Hey everyone, and we have the dev notes for the next balance patch. Now, I want to get into this now. There's not a ton on this balance patch, and it's understandable. We have worlds literally tonight. They would not want to break their game entirely as soon as world starts. That is just not, it does not make sense. So for that reason, there's not a ton on this, or none that are super changing, but we do have a lot of names here. Unfortunately, Fallen Cecilia is not here, which is very weird. Not only should she not get exclusive equipment, but she didn't even get a buff, which is kind of weird. Whatever. No, but we do have one name here who we did think was going to get a buff or exclusive equipment, which was Sylvan, Vivian, and then Remnant Violet, which I'm pretty sure we all know what it is because he should have gotten this forever ago, but now he has it. So let's just get through the buffs. And we also have Yuna, Free Spirit, Tyria, Mercedes, Camilla, Aether. Aether, who cares about Aether? And we have just a bunch of 3-star artifacts, which we don't care about, so whatever. So Remnant Violet, his invasion is now in his passive. He should have had this a long time ago. He's finally in his damn passive, so yay. And they also increase his damage. I don't know how I feel about that, as I'm pretty sure you fought Rylets in the past. Rylet hits like a dang truck, so increasing his damage, I don't know if he really needs that, but sure. I mean, we already have stuff in the game like Janua that one-shots everything, so I guess we just make more characters that do more damage, so whatever. The biggest problem he had was his invasion was externally, with an external buff, so now that's an internal buff. It's way better. He's gonna be way more usable. Invasion units aren't the best right now, so I wonder how he's going to play out as a unit, because a lot of things just straight up don't care about invasion. So that's the whole reason why Auden is not even a highly played unit anymore, because a lot of things just straight up just don't care about invasion. So we'll see how Rylet plays out. This definitely does improve him, what his biggest problem was. So everything else that would make him a bad unit is technically in terms of what the meta is right now. So I mean, but as a whole, this improves what Rylet's playability. Next up, we have Sylvan Vivian. Now, what they had changed is now that her focus causes immunity to debuffs. So as long as you have 3 or more focus, she is completely immune to debuffs. That is super huge. She can, and she also starts the battle with completely full focus now. And of course, when she gets hit, the same hit effect as last time, if she takes 30% more damage, or the damage that's taken is more than 30% of her health, she will consume a focus to decrease the damage, right? So that is still there, but now she starts with full focus, so she can now absolutely not get dogged by Luna. She can't get dogged by Munk. She can't get dogged by DDR. Yeah, so I mean, that helps her see more play. She still dies to fixed damage though, but I mean, this is a huge improvement all in all. They moved her attack increase to her S1, so you're going to get that ramped up way quicker, and they increased the damage down on that. They didn't say where the soul burn effects are. Same thing with Rylet. I highly like to move Rylets, but SSV, now that they increased the damage on S1, they didn't really say anything about it. Another huge part is they did remove the crit damage effect to the S3, and the attack stacking is now on the S1, right? So the only thing this thing does is it deals more damage when there's more enemies, and the healing is still there, right? Oh wait, they changed the healing. Okay, the healing is now not proportional to the target's match health, but instead to the caster's attack. So that is a little bit worse, maybe, depending on how much attack you build on her. But yeah, I'm a little bit concerned with the crit damage loss though, because that is a huge chunk of gear score to give to a character. It's literally 50% crit damage, so that made gearing her way easier. So I do wonder how much damage we're losing. I mean, we are getting a damage don't increase, but I just wonder how much we're losing. But all in all, I think this is a good place to start by Sylvan Vivian. I think this is a good buff. We'll just have to see how she plays out in the actual meta. Nothing too insane, I will say, but it does make her playable, which is great. Yuna also got adjusted. I mean, they basically modernized her a tiny bit, right? Which is I'm all for. So they basically removed how many targets you hit, is proportional to how much CR you get. So you just get a flat out 15% CR push now. And also when she S1, she also increases everyone else's CR on your team by 5%, and they increase the damage out. They also increased the buff duration on our S2 and gave it the extra turn to this skill instead of the S3. And then they removed the successful attack always causes a critical hit, which kind of sucks. They also changed their exclusive equipment, now also just once again removing that per target garbage, and now just made it a flat out 5% increase in combat readiness. And now they changed the gab to unaffected by cooldown increase and decrease effects. Now this is obviously for PvP, but I really do not know how viable she would be in PvP. To be frank, I think she's probably still a PvE character, because let's be honest here, the S1 is an AoE attack, so this makes you more prone to activating literally everything. That includes Janua, Landy, Haste, freaking Senya. You're going to literally activate everything if you press this button. Not to mention now she has a non-attack skill, which is pretty prone to Celine, and it's an extra turn, which is prone to beat on. Like, she's very vulnerable to PvP. So I mean, yes, they did modernize her kit, so it makes her slightly more usable, but they removed this, which would make her a bit more unique to fight more characters like Landy. And they also just, I mean, her kit as a whole is just very counterable in this meta. So I mean, this makes her more playable, but I don't think she's going to be that good. It's just not feasible in this meta. But I'm all in all for this buff. It just makes her a bit more modernized, and you can use her. She feels better, at least, and for the content you want to use her in. Now we're going to be going over to the 4-star units. So Free Spirit Tyria, they didn't do much with other than make her damage proportional to HP. So this makes her really good for PvE content. They just also gave her all-around damage increase in all of her skills. So that will make her really good for PvE content. Mercedes, I do not know why they even touched this unit, but okay. They flat out increase all the damage on all her skills. If there's fewer enemies, you get damage increase, right? They remove that. So you just get a straight up damage increase now, and you can get an extra attack with the same skill. And they also removed that it can only be activated once. So I don't know if this means you can only activate this once per battle, or you can just continually, like, you can do this on an on turn and then counter with her artifact and do it again. I don't know. I think it's because like the artifact's on a 3-turn cooldown, but it says here you can only activate it once. So I guess that removes that restriction. But I'm honestly not too sure how I feel about her getting a damage increase, because Mercedes hits really freaking hard. he really does. I've seen her absolutely nuke teams time and time again. She does a lot of damage. So they also moved her soul burn to her S3, which extends all debuffs. So now you can get a 3-turn attack buff. Once again, I really just don't know if she really needed the damage increase. I've seen her being played even as of late. She has really good damage. She's obviously not playable in every game, but she feels way more playable than SSV was. For Camilla, all they did was make her more consistent. She now has a 3-turn attack buff, so you can keep up your dual attacks more consistently, and they just remove her skill nullifier. She is a PvP unit, so she's a PvE unit, so I really don't know if the skill nullifier really matters as much. But since she now has more consistency for her attack buff, I think this is really great. Aether, I mean, they removed his attack scaling. Nah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, if you use Aether, good for you. The 3-star artifacts, once again, I don't think I really care about. Now it's just a flat attack increase for Mighty Yaksha if you care about that. You get a chance to get a soul from Goblin's Lance. You just get a flat out damage reduction at all times for Envoy's Pipe, and they remove the ramping up for Ascending Axe. That's pretty much it. So that was the balance patch. I think this balance patch is okay. I'm fine with it being okay. Once again, Worlds is literally tonight, so I think this is I think it's a winner for SSV. Even if this buff does not make her insanely usable in every single game, which I'm also fine with. I don't think all characters should be just used every single game, but it gives her way more usability, which I'm way I'm really happy about. And Rylot finally got the buff that he should have had for so long. So I'm fine with this. I'm really sad Fallen Cecilia was not on this buff patch, but it's okay. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video.